Alright guys, welcome to Primetime Pips. Welcome to another video. In this video is going to be kind of long. I'm going to try to make it very short for you guys. But we're going to be talking about a lot about support and resistance. What is it? How do you find it? And how do you know that you're doing it right? Um, so support and resistance is basically, let me go up a little bit. So let's say we got two lines here, right? Support and resistance, the way I want you guys to think about it, to make it simple, is think of it like as like a house, right? Think of it as a house. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it a house. So ignore the roof that I'm making now. I just want to make this simple. This is why you guys watch the videos, because they are made simple. So all I really want you to focus on are, I left it on the edge just a little bit. It's a shifted house. Whoever built this was very shitty. Uh, but anyways, I just want you to focus on the first two lines I drew here, the top one and the bottom one. I want you to think, which the top is always resistance, and the bottom is support. Or how you can think about it is resistance is your ceiling. This is why I drew the house. Resistance is your ceiling, and the support is your floor. Right now, why do we call it resistance and support? Because price tend to struggle at these points, right? Price will get to these points and bounce off of it a little bit, or it may go past, retest it, and then go back up. But whichever way it goes, this is an important play within the live chart if it's within this area, because you know, okay, a point of struggle is going to come back. It's either going to touch it and go back down, go through it or retest, or it may struggle a little bit before it goes past it. Same thing with the support. Same exact thing. Now, let's say we get like, say if we break past this ceiling here, right? And we get up here, now we're in the attic. That resistance right here just became support. So let me make sure. I don't know why it's not letting me. That is so weird. What is going on? Oops. What the? For some reason, it's not letting me edit the words on here, which is very weird. All right. So I'm gonna do it like this. I thought I was gonna be able to. I'm gonna place that right there. And I'm gonna place that right there. All right. So those red marks are exactly where those support and resistance are, right? So now let's say we're coming up from here and we break past this line, right? We're clearly above it, um, but we can wait for it to retest the support line before it goes back up, or at least come back around within this area. Um, Now, as we are coming back down, what are we coming back down to? Is this still resistance or is it support? It's support now, right? So resistance can change to support, and support can change to renew to a new resistance point, right? Because if it's above it, this is not a ceiling anymore. If you're thinking about a house, you're definitely looking at a floor now. So that's something I wanted to go over. Um, Support and resistance can become resistance or support. So how does this play? How do you find this, right? So let me go ahead and let me double check, make sure I don't have any markings on there. No, I don't. So I can just delete this. Oop, boom. Alrighty, let's go back up. All right. So how do we find support and resistance. Now, I have a uh, membership for Forex where it's like a whole program, and you get a private course, and I show in my private course a very easy way to catch major support and resistance. It's very, very easy, and you won't even have to mark up your charts for maybe a couple weeks after you're doing it. So you never really have to look for support and resistance again because it's already mainly done for you. You may have to look at like the minor ones, like on the hour chart and maybe the 4 hour, but that's pretty much about it. Every other one to be done for a while. Um, but that's besides the point. Now, how do I find this the regular way? I'm not going to show you the way that people paid for, obviously. Um, so what I look for in a good support and resistance line is like right here, right? Now, why did I draw this here? I drew it because price struggled within this area. As soon as it got up here, it came back up to retest. Let me zoom in a bit so you guys can see. Came back up, tried to come back down to retest. As soon as it came back down here, it struggled. Boom, bounced up, came straight through it. What happened? It came back to retest it. Usually, when it breaks support and resistance line, it usually comes back to retest it, even if it takes a whole day or maybe an hour or maybe a couple hours. You never know. It could retest it quick. It could take time to retest it. But as you see, it came back up to retest it, started going back down. Came back up to retest it again and again right here. This is a once it retested multiple times and it doesn't get past it, I see that this is a very, very nice resistance point. Right? So what makes a good support and resistance good is if you have multiple touches on it as resistance and support. Okay? Multiple touches on it as resistance and support. Okay? So I'm looking for this line all day if it gets to this area to struggle. Right now may be the time where this actually goes back down, go up a little bit, then go back down. We're gonna see pretty soon on what this is gonna do. So we have one line there, and let's just say we want to do another one. Like, hey, you know what? This other one would be fine too. Boom. We can do it just like that. Now, this looks small, right? It looks like okay, that's not a lot of pips. Shit, just from this line should be 100. Yep. And we're on the hour chart. The reason why it looks like that because I got it squeezed in a bit, and when I pull it out, now it looks a lot longer. Okay. So sometimes this is like a little trick for me for you guys watching this. It's gonna be on Trading View. Sometimes it's okay to shrink it a bit. You see the patterns, the chart patterns a little better. At least I do. I see the chart patterns a little better instead of it being all stretched out like this. Sometimes it could look a bit ugly, but that's how I find pretty good support and resistance because I can see everything condensed, very very small, and can see what I'm looking at. So this can go up, back up to here before it wants to go back down. We'll see. The market is closed right now because today is what, Saturday? Yeah, today's Saturday. So the market is closed right now. But that's pretty much it with support and resistance. I hope this made sense. Please go back, rewind it. Do take notes on that if you guys don't know really what support and resistance is. My method with squeezing it down, I hope it helped a little bit so you guys can see the picture. Um, like I said, I do have a membership that people can get. It's either monthly or a one-time fee that you guys can get and learn the way I teach them on how to do support and resistance the easy way. It takes a little more time because it's tedious work. But think about it. You do it that one time, you don't have to do it anymore for a couple weeks. Unless price just completely just jumps 1,000, 2,000 pips to somewhere, which is rarely saying that just really doesn't happen. Um, but that's pretty much it. One question that I usually get a lot from my students is, am I drawing this wrong? Am I drawing support and resistance wrong? No, there's honestly no wrong way to really draw support and resistance unless you just really, really drew it at a place where it's not being retested. But even then, even between these two, I could come here and put it there, or I can come in the middle of here and put it right there. There's always more support and resistance in the middle. So if you were to put it here, there's nothing wrong with it. If I didn't have these two lines and you were to put it like here, there's nothing wrong with it. It's still being retested, as you see. Let me draw it real quick. It's retested here, retest, 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 retest. Boom, came up. Plenty of acts as support and plenty of acts as resistance. This is perfectly fine. I love it. Just like now, what is it playing off of? It's playing off of this, so it may go back up to this and drop back down. We'll see. Um, but it's just as simple as that, guys. Like I say, don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Um, Support and resistance, just like trend lines, really cannot be wrong. So in the next video, we're going to be going over hopefully trend lines, if that's the one I want to do. But you guys should look out for that video with trend lines. If you guys are having trouble with trend lines, I just want to go over a couple things, simple things. Like I said, guys, this channel is for people who want shit made simple with Forex, so they can pick it up pretty quick. Like I said, I've bought almost every course known to man, and even extra courses from people that are like not known in the Forex industry. And a lot of people overdo it with different types of terminology, trying to make it sound smart, which you don't have to do. Right? I'm going to keep this as simple as I can so you guys can get started with trading and practicing all this stuff. So go practice finding support and resistance around the area you're in, right? So you don't want to be finding support and resistance for way down here and the chart's nowhere near here, right? You want it around here. Unless you're doing my method, you'll have support and resistance all the way down and don't have to worry about it. But that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Please comment if you are already a forex trader and you want to add in your 2 cents. I'm all for it, man. Go ahead and put it in the content if you think I did something wrong, which I know I didn't, but just in case, you never know, people do things differently. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully, like I said, this helped and you guys will be able to tackle this head on. All right, guys, see you in the next video.